let me start. I'll do a quick walkthrough. I'm not going to mention the things that are exactly the same that in AccuClass or Conference Tracker.
Okay.
So let's go straight to the unique features.
Okay, great.
It is a preview version, so of course, actually there are a couple known bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. There you go. For now, I'm going to do the general walkthrough. If you want to interrupt me, go ahead. Okay, here you have the events. I'm going to just open it and show you, but it's exactly the same that in Conference Tracker, what the workshops. The events have a name. They can have a recurring schedule, the one-time schedule for the exceptions. Same settings that in Conference Tracker. If the user, the attendees or the members are required to sign in and sign out, or just sign in. You have locations. You can import events. Exactly the same that in Conference Tracker. There's no big difference here. Registration, it's shown here, but there's no direct registration yet, so we might add it later.
Right. Okay.
Users. Let me go first. For the users, there's a minor, I don't know if it's big or not, difference. And in Conference Tracker, you have the administrators, the operators, the attendees, etc., the presenters, exhibitors, and that's it. In AccuClass, you have also the students, instructors. There are predefined roles that you cannot modify. In this case, we have changed that, and if you go to settings, you have user roles, where you can define exactly what roles you want. Actually, you could create a new role, for example. Name it, I don't know, viewer or something like that. This is kind of advanced thing because if you don't want to use one of those templates, you can, for example, let's say I select viewer. You can come here and edit the specific rules. This is so far it is advanced, but we can help you help the new customers to define the roles they want. That way they can have, I know, either 2 roles or they can have 20.
So okay, and that with the star there, that just means grant everything where we're seeing action and resource.
Yes, they're executed in order. Actually, they have access to everything except after that it denies all the save operations and it denies all delete operations.
Okay.
It actually can do the get and the list operations. That's the idea. For example, if you go to a more well, the administrator, they're pretty simple roles. This has access to everything. The administrator, and no access, it will be an attendee or someone who only has to swipe their cards. It has a deny everything. The statements can be a bit more complicated, but that's the basic idea. Okay, now once we have done that, let's go to users, sorry. And here you have all the users listed, and here you have a role filter, which of course are the roles that you have just loaded. For example, I can see the members here. The user information is pretty basic: account number, first and last name, email, password, role, photo. That's it. We will also be adding a phone number and all that stuff there.
Okay.
Now let's go to credits. Credits is maybe the most important part in the unique feature here. Let's select some user. This one has credits. Here, when you, this is, we talked about this for gyms mainly, where you can have monthly memberships or monthly credits actually, and let's say you have 30 credits per month. Once you have used them all, that's it, you cannot access anymore. And the idea is that if you miss a class, you always have that credit on the system, and you can go back and take the class another day. So you can keep adding credits here with as the time goes on. And for example, let's edit this one. You have the amount of credits, which is just a number. It actually depends on how you discount the credits from the visits. If it's going to be one per visit or one per hour. So this amount is relative in terms of how do you want to discount them. The paid amount, it's just for reference. Valid from, to, and valid to. It's the expiration, the valid dates. They are valid. How the credits are discounted, that means that when, for example, 1 credit per visit is that, of course, when the member goes to a class, doesn't matter if it's 1 hour or it's the whole day, it's only 1 credit. Or, for example, credits per hour and fractions. That means that if he's 1 hour and a half, it will be discounted 1.5 credits.
Okay.
And these two are basically the same, but rounded up or down to round hours. There you also have restrictions. For example, you can say, okay, I want to give this member 30 credits, but only, I don't know, for example, it's common in the gyms to have access to some facilities or I don't know how you call them, but you can go to, I don't know, to the downtown gyms, for example. Month is kind of makes sense, but I don't know. You can go to everywhere except Calypso, and every day except only on Wednesdays. So that's those are the restrictions. You have all restrictions. For example, the week is Wednesday, or for example, let's say you don't want this guy to go during the weekends. You can say the day of week is not Saturday. It should be an and. Well, actually, it should be an and. It doesn't make sense this way, but
right.
Let's imagine I put an and here. It will be easier. Okay, he can go on Sundays now. Save.
Okay.
And these are the credits. Let me show you one more thing here. Well, you also have the view details where you can see how and where those credits have been used. For example, let's say the user comes to you and complains, hey, I came here, but I had to go early because I had a problem. I've been there only 5 minutes. Okay, you can. Okay, I forgive you. I can restore your credit.
Okay. Nice.
You can restore this credit. Here you see the +1 credit restored for transaction, etc., etc., etc. And the user will have now 1 remaining credit out of 30. If I click on Add Credit, you will see that I have some information preloaded here, some restrictions and all the stuff. That's because there's one more thing that it's called membership plans. You have to go to Settings.
Okay.
Okay, good. Membership plans. here is where the administrator can load the membership plans, of course. But let's say you don't want the person who does the sell to have to enter all the information, all the amounts, all the credits, all the restrictions every time they sell one pass. So they can add multiple plans. If you have only one plan, that's the one that's automatically picked. But you can also create other plans. For example, let's add another one, 30-day membership. Encryption sales note. So I'm gonna enter something here so you can see what this is. And remember to ask for an ID.
Okay.
Credits, their plan cost $99.99, valid for 30 days. One per visit. I'm not gonna add. I could add some restrictions if you want. Only for .NET Room. Already, let's go back to credits now. Guillermo Franchella. And if I add credits now, I will see the 2 memberships.
Nice.
Okay. And you have a small summary here, valid for 30 days, this cost, and this is the amount of credits it gives you. If I click select, I can directly add this this plan to this user. And you have here the sales notes. This is a note specifically for the person who's selling the plan. Remember to ask for an ID. Okay.
Can you override a plan like on an individual basis? So if you pick a 30, but then they want 60, or
prevent the user from doing that. Because I could always add a custom plan or something like that. But let's say, I don't know, if I'm the gym owner, I don't want the salespeople to, I don't know, sell at another amount or something like that. I don't know. So to prevent.
We're an administrator, so we have all the power. But if we logged in with an operator role, would we? I mean,
yeah.
We could have the capacity to not get to this, right?
Yeah, exactly. So far, if you're an operator, well, if you're someone with access to add some credit, you will have access to add all the credits you want. It doesn't matter the plans. So that's exactly the restriction we need. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, that makes sense. Understand. Setting this up as a sign-in station, and then it's ready to go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to show you.
Also, we have the Apple app, the iOS app in the Apple Store, and you will be able to download and start playing with it. But it's you will be familiar with this because it's almost the same usage as iConf, iAccu, AccuClass, so you won't find any issue with that.
Okay.
It's like a sign-in station.
Right.
Do you want me to show you this, or you have some questions so far?
On the valid through for the date, it would end even if they had credits left, correct?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
If it doesn't, then it's a bug, so report it.
Okay. Let me ask one question. I'm sorry, but
yeah, sure.
Fernando, we were talking on Skype yesterday. Remember, I had a hard time with the registration.
Let me tell you about that.
Remember, I told you it was indirect.
Indirect, right? And I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you can do is
going to show you.
But what you can do is, for example, let's say add this user. What you can do is add the credits valid only for an event.
It was.
An event is, YMCA, for example. So this is what we say, which is like kind of a registration because you are restricting that user to that event and no other users can go to that event. For example, we can say, okay, you have an open pass, but you can go to this event because this is you have to pay an additional fee for this.
Right.
For example, I could give you a general pass to anywhere except this event, and then add the credits, and which is costs more, for example, and you have access to only this event. In that case, when you sign into the event, you will be discounted the credits from the credits that have access to it, and not the other ones, not to the open plan.
There is kind of indirect registration because only the people with access to that event, I mean the people who has valid credits for that event will be able to enter.
Okay.
Awesome. Here you have the logs. Nothing new here. It works.
Oh yeah.
It should work, but well, this is new. You can, if somebody swipes a card, for example, if someone swipes a card, but that card is not assigned to anyone, you will still have a log, which is different than in the conference tracker. You will still have a log, but instead of having the user, you will have the card number here.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So if I have the card, I can go back and add the user after the fact.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nice.
Then you have sign-in stations. Let me show you that later. With I'm going to show you this with credits altogether. Reports. Location general stats.
Mm-hmm.
This is similar to conference tracker.
Right.
Usage per hour, per day, and this is for all locations. Actually, now there's another difference. The locations are not required for the sign-in station, for example. In AccuClub Conference Tracker, you must have locations. Here, they are not mandatory. So, for example, let's say you are a small team, you don't have several branches or locations, facilities, or whatever you want to call it, and you can just ignore locations and have everyone sign in to the same place, which is none, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, but that is if you don't have events.
Oh, okay, that's true. If you have events, you need locations.
Okay.
That's the case.
But you could just make one generic location and use it over and over in a case.
Yeah,
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Event attendance. This is pretty basic. This is a list. Let me select the other one, which probably has more information. There you go. This is just a list, similar to Conference Tracker. Nothing new here. User attendance, it is the same, but it lists the events. Nothing new here either. Come on, there you go. Churn stats.
Okay.
You know, it gives you the general view of what you have, number of plans, number of plans sold, for free passes in the last 30 days, two plans, two credits that where you haven't used a plan, how much you have earned in the last 30 days or all time.
Nice.
And on the most used plans, the most used is free pass.
So earned is money?
Yes. Yes, I just should have the dollar symbol there, I guess. We also have here, for example, the the user access, it is restricted to the credit, well, based on credit, which that's something you can completely remove in case you're not using credits, for example. And unknown users are allowed here. For example, it here says handling of unknown cards. Users will be able to swipe those registered cards.
There's a lot of good information on that report. Yeah.
I'll show you how to, in a minute, how to enable and disable those two features. Usage excess. Why? Now the first question is, why can there be credit excess in the first place? The thing is that if you're using the iOS app, it usually works online. That means that if you swipe a card, it goes to the server, checks the credits, and it tells you, okay, you're in, or you can't, or you don't have enough credit. But if it's not online, it will let you go in, and if you after it connects, I don't know, 1 hour later, and when it uploads the information, you probably didn't have credits, so you have an excess of usage. You can. We're going to add a tool later that lets you compensate these credits when you add a new credit, when you have more credit for someone. Let's say someone has 2 credits of exceeded, and you're adding a 30 credit plan. When you do that, it will let you to compensate those 2 extra credits that already took. That's the idea of credit excess. If you pay per month and you have a yearly subscription, it depends on how each gym works. Maybe you can add a yearly subscription directly, and it will be easier than compensating the credits every month.
Right.
I don't know. It all depends.
Okay.
The thing when we did this, we had like too many options. We didn't really know. It should also support, I don't know, instructor for tennis lessons or swimming pools, or there are so many cases that it is hard to make it valid for everyone. I mean, we can, but we need to add several more features still.
What we tried is to make it as general as possible, and later with your feedback and mostly with the feedback from the users, the real users that will buy the system, then we start restricting or customizing the system somehow. But right now it's like wide open, and it's as general as we could.
Right.
Of course, if you find something that should be changed or it doesn't apply for the most general cases, let us know, and we'll change that. But right now it's like open. You know, it's pretty early to know yet how all the different environments or gyms
scenarios,
or swimming pools or scenarios work. So that's why it's done like this.
Okay, good.
Well, here you have import and export. It is pretty much the same as in, I don't know, the others. We will need to add more here, of course, but not yet. That's export. That works or should work. Here is import. Nothing new here. I want to import, I don't know, operators. If you click on view documentation, you will see the documentation for it, of course.
Okay.
And let's go to signing stations. Here, same as in AccuClass, names, instructions, mode, show visitor name, I'm going to add the, well, we're working actually on AccuClub. We're going to add the show visitor photos here.
Okay.
Location, save and install.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me look out. Look out. Oh yeah, there you go. This is the sign-in station. If you type an ID, okay. But if you have credit, it will tell you sign in, your name, and
there we go. See, I'm in.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
How do you sign out?
Excellent.
And then I'd enter it again to sign out. Is that if I had it set up?
You would have to sign out.
The sign out so far works the same as in AccuClub. If it's in a kiosk mode, it will automatically switch based on the event. We don't have the event here now.
Nice.
But otherwise, you can click here. See, it says click to change for next swipe or control click to allow multiple swipe. If I click on control, I'm pressing control. I'm clicking here, and you enter 44444. It's 9 fours.
Yeah, 9.
3, 6, one more. I've signed out.
Nice.
And it's still signing out people. Okay. If I click, I'm gonna unclick and click only once without keeping control pressed. I'm gonna try to sign out, and it's gonna go back to signing automatically. Okay.
Wow.
I think nobody knows that because nobody thinks of clicking here. But that's on the manual mode. There's also the kiosk mode where you can.
Nice.
If you're on a kiosk mode, it will automatically sign you in or out based on the time. So actually, it is.
I see.
I think it is signing out because it's completely out of range this event. So
How it knows what those parameters are for when it's going to allow. Like, is it 10 minutes before? Or?
but I think it's something like 10 minutes before and after, and it automatically picks if there are 2 events. For example, there's one event finishing now and another one is starting like 5 minutes. It's gonna automatically pick the one that is closer. But if that's not the case, I think it's 10 minutes or something. We can make that customizable.
In the iOS app that has this behavior too, as we based on AccuClub, sorry, then you can define those parameters when sign out window.
Right.
And if you have multiple events at the same time, because I don't know, the sign out window of one event overlaps with the sign in window of the next, then you are requested to select which is the event you want to in or out.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah, and Fernando, does it support multiple sign-ins and outs for one event? Okay.
Oh yes, definitely.
That was a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You can go in and out as many times as you want, and it will keep track of that.
Okay,
I just thought you were talking about bulk signing and out, just like selecting many different people and say, okay, this selected persons have to sign out at the same time right now. No, that's not allowed at this time.
And I guess,
but yeah, you can sign in and sign out as many times you want, and it
okay,
will keep track of that. Okay. It would be great. It would be great, guys, if you could start playing with AccuClub. I think you just started, but if you could and email us your thoughts and what changes you would introduce, then we'll analyze them and see if they are doable and how everything is doable. But I mean, if this is the moment to develop them, and as Chad said, the change to show the picture of the student or the user signing in, that's a great one, and we will definitely add that. Maybe you can come up with other features like that, and it will keep us organized and focus on the next release. That would be great.
Okay. Yep. We will all go in and play and take notes, Fernando.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. It really looks awesome. I'm excited about it, and thank you both for taking the time to show it to us.
No problem.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Fernando. Thanks, Diego.
Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.